The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 8 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Fickle the Bard, Burnham the Monk, and Methuselah the Magic User begin their quest in chains, but end up in the middle of a conflict they don't truly understand. Malevolent magical forces are at work in the town of Dulasar, with defiant dragonborn, guarded gnolls, and cunning kobolds fighting for supremacy. Will our three heroes be able to escape and discover why their life seems to be draining away? Especially as their own demons seem to be getting in the way of their progress. Sometimes literally.
Hello and welcome to another season of the Formal Gamer podcast. We're back, guys. We're here. We've got new characters.
Yes.
New people.
Woo! Yes.
And this time, Robin's definitely not here because he's not in my flat. So I know he's not playing.
He's not in the country.
No. So
Well, we assume that, but we've been proved wrong before.
Yeah, that is
unless he's hiding somewhere that I haven't found. But I have done a clean sweep. Right. So, guys, we're going to start. It's a warm mid-afternoon in the village, quite a large village, called Dulasar. And this is a large dragonborn village in the northern Vasa steppe.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Dulasar. How do you spell Dulasar?
Really? You want to know?
I'd like to write that down, please.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know because he was rude. I didn't want to know.
Dulasar. D-U-L. A-S-A-R. Dulasar.
I mean, for the listeners, there's a new voice completely on the podcast. So we could have introduced a person, but we've gone straight into the action.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that. So, Dulasar...
She already has so many notes. I'm so intimidated.
It's just a different form of D&D. I'm actually very nervous.
On Reddit, I'm not even listening, and she's reading all these notes out. I'm going to copy them.
Don't look at my notes.
My character sheet only has 3 bits of information: the name of the character, the AC, and the hit points.
Well, if you want to have a look anyway, if you go to the Formal Game website, formalgamer.com, and in between Straw Hilt and Volding, which is north of the map, somewhere in between there, in an unmarked area in the Vasa steppe, is this village of Dulasar. It's, as I said, a dragonborn village, almost predominantly, so we're sort of talking 80% dragonborn there, 80-90%. And in keeping with the summer sun, you're outside in the main village sort of open space. Unfortunately, you're bound and locked in the public stockades that are there at one end of the hexagonal town square. Oh no, hang on. It's a town square, but it's hexagonal. Does that make sense?
Hexagonal town hexagon.
The town hexagon.
No, because if you say that, I would think that there's a shape, like an actual statue, and everyone goes, yes.
Well, what I wrote down in my notes was that it's a hexagonal shaped town square.
What would we call it? Plaza?
Yes, plaza. The hexagonal town plaza. So...
Go faster first challenge.
Right.
Yeah. Do I get an inspiration point for the word plaza?
Nearly. You're working your way towards one. Right. Each of our characters, you are in the public stockade. I need you to roll me a d6, each of you.
Oh.
Now then, just do some backing.
4 for the Danny.
So, Formal Danny.
4 for me.
And Formal Mira.
1. You two have so much in common. I have nothing in common with you.
So, Danny, yours was a 4.
Yeah.
Mira.
4.
4. Jules.
1.
1. Okay, Jules, you lose. Write a new character
My
sheet.
character's not called Jules.
And now if you could each roll me a d20.
Yes. 10. It's basically 1
Yes.
plus 0.
16.
Ooh, 7.
7. Okay. Right. So, you're in the public stockade. Each of you, let's just have a description about perhaps what you look like, what you're wearing, and then we'll crack on. So, Formal Danny, give us a little something about your character. Don't tell us why you're in the stockade or anything like that. But
my name is Berman Bothquin.
good.
This is how I talk. Rather you didn't laugh about it.
Okay. And Berman is...
It is a halfling.
Halfling.
He's tired.
And
What other adjectives would you like?
what's his sort of get up? Does he look like an explorer? Is he smartly dressed?
No, I'm in just some nice robes, some brown plain robes.
Brown plain robes. Okay. Formal Jules?
So next to Berman is a rather sharply dressed character.
By sharp, you mean like smart sharp? Or?
Very smart.
Yeah.
He looks
Spiky.
like a D&D version, or if the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken was a wizard. So imagine that
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders. Yeah. So he's got a really nice.
Not
jacket,
what I was thinking
white.
when you said sharp, but yeah.
Well, I think that's very sharp.
White. It's a white jacket. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
Colonel
like,
Sanders is the best dressed man.
Yeah.
but then long wizardy sleeves.
Has it got?
but brown trousers?
Is it the type of jacket with like shoulder pads? Or
It's almost sharp edges. Yeah, no, very much so.
yeah.
It's quite almost quite power suit actually.
Oh, nice.
Yes, but as well as that, he's wearing a wizard's hat.
And sorry, he's
Traditional, like pointy wizard's
What
hat.
colour is the hat?
White also.
Well, I can tell you now, I don't think you'd be wearing the wizard hat right now because you're in the stockade. But we'll have that down as a potential for later.
It's actually part of his body.
Okay, I retract that comment.
Your big character twist.
Fine, it won't be part of his body.
Well, no, in fact, has he got like a chin strap on it?
Have a chin strap on a wizard's hat.
I mean,
I've got a power suit, but a chin strap on your hat. Two very different
it seems
looks.
like a practical, like, if the hat is so important to like a wizard, you would think that they'd have some sort of, thing
Or
to stop it
magic.
falling
They might
off.
use magic to do
Yeah.
it.
Wizards might often not be in stockades.
Well, yes, there is that as well.
And his name is Methuselah the Great.
Methuselah the Great.
Yes.
I like that. Okay. And he's a human, is he?
He is a human.
Okay. Now, our third character, Formal Mirror. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about your character.
So, sulking in a corner of the stockade is Fickle Silvershield.
Fickle
She
Silvershield.
is a half-elf, entertainer and bard extraordinaire.
Ooh.
And she's wearing kind of her travelling from town to town gear, so like a jerkin and a very weathered long green travelling kind of cloak. She has silver braces,
Ooh.
which are pretty much just for show. And
For show?
she seems to be very conscious of her appearance because even though the stockade is grimy, she's sitting down very carefully and trying to keep herself presentable.
It's important to sit eloquently in a stockade, isn't it?
And elegantly.
What does this stuff
So,
look like?
one sec. We'll come to that in a sec. But so she's a bard.
She is a bard.
What's her chosen musical? Is it singing or?
You name an instrument
Oh right,
and
she's
she'll strum / bang / blow it.
right.
She's also an excellent singer.
okay. So she is multi-talented in the
She
art
is.
sort of world.
Yeah, and she feels that she should be known far and wide.
Okay, we'll have to see if that comes. I mean, I can think back to previous seasons where there were characters that perhaps felt that way as well.
And deservedly so. I mean,
To be fair, he did end up being
he was incredibly famous by the end. He just couldn't play any instruments particularly well or sing.
Or act.
Yeah, he did well at acting.
Oh, he did okay. Yeah,
He did very well.
Yeah. That was unkind
Unfortunately,
of
he can only
me.
play 3 notes on a flute, which is limited for bards.
I retract that comment and apologise. You're working your way towards the inspiration point. Right.
For his
So,
previous character.
well, no, for my apology because
that's how it
I feel like I feel like I badmouthed his character.
Hey, let's get really easily offended.
It's a plan.
We're on the same team as well. Which point helps you as
I
well.
never get any inspiration points.
You're very uninspirational.
Okay, so you are in the stockade in the town plaza.
Are they like standing? Are we like standing up? Like
No,
bent
these
over?
are you're actually sort of on your knees.
Oh, you mean like stocks, not stockade?
Yeah, stock. Sorry, my
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, stockade is a fence.
Oh, okay. There's
Well, in that case, she's
stock.
just stuck in the stocks.
Yeah. Sorry, I apologise. Yeah, the stock. So you've got your head and your hands are in the sort of 3 little hole, the traditional sort of sort of sense.
How medieval.
Yes,
Are
exactly.
people throwing stuff?
They're not. They appear to be sort of unpacking items and collecting. There's lots of backpatting. That's difficult to say. Backpatting going on. There's a lot
Of each other, not of us.
Yeah, of each other.
I'm going over there. Good job, guys. Well done.
There's lots of happy people and lots of military-looking people. So everyone's sort of wearing leather armor. Lots of swords, weapons. There's quite a few people that look like they've got quite bad injuries as well. So it's clear that something has happened, and clearly they've been in a battle or something. But obviously, you're still in the stockade. Looking to your left, you can see another set of stocks. There's only 2 people in that one. 2 out of the 3 sort of potential holes. And looking to your right, there is also another set of stocks there, and only 1 person in that one. Both of the ones on your left are halflings, and on the right is a dragonborn.
Oh, that's the thing. If you're a halfling and we're all in the same set of stocks, they put you on a little box.
Yeah, I guess if you're on your knees, I'm on my feet.
You're standing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which actually gives you quite a lot more movement than these other guys.
Burnham is quite just sort of resigned to this. Do we know, have we been told how long we're staying here?
No, you haven't. You're not in the best shape now. Right, so a little bit more dice rolling, just to see in what kind of shape you are in. So,
I'm thinking hexagon.
Formal Danny, you rolled a 4 out of 6, so you've got 3 hit dice to roll for me, please.
Okay, so D8s.
Mm-hmm.
1. Oh.
Just roll 1 3 times if you want.
No.
Do you want these 3?
Oh, I'll have 1 more, please. Thank you very much. 227.
227, and plus 5, and that is your current hit points.
Oh no.
You don't have a pen, do you?
I don't have a pen or the ability to add up my numbers.
Wait, I've got a spare pencil.
Oh, yeah. We need
I bought 8. Would you like a pink sparkly one?
That would be perfect.
Where's my health? 18.
Isn't it nice having someone that's organised?
Yeah. Right. 2,
2, 7.
4, 11, 5, 16. Temporary hit points. Oh, this paper is so poor. Someone may have forgotten the character sheets and had to write them essentially on tissue paper.
So your hit points are 16 out of...
16 out of 24.
Okay.
Now what am I
Formal
doing?
Jules, you're rolling 1 hit dice.
It's Methuselah.
Oh, sorry, it's Methuselah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Methuselah.
1 hit dice.
1 hit dice
5.
plus 5. Your hit points are 10.
That's not very good, is it?
10 hit points. I made you look box.
Oh, all right.
10 out of...
10 out of 18.
Okay, so... Doing bad, not nearly in 4th edition bloodied, but not in great shape. And Formal Mirror. And Fickle, sorry.
Thank you. What do I get to roll?
You get the same as...
Just 1?
Berman. Yes? No, 3? 3?
Berman.
3.
3, because you rolled a 4.
Boo. Oh, crikey. So that is the grand total of 7.
7. Plus the 5?
Oh, so that would be...
12?
She said,
Yeah.
looking at someone else.
Math.
12. Okay, that's your
Okay.
current state of play when it comes to hit points. Okay. So as I said, people unpacking stuff. They appear to be setting up things in front of you. Tables have been drawn out whilst all the sort of first aid and that sort of stuff is going on. You've got a Dragonborn guard to your left and to your right, and they seem to be sitting down, chilling out, not really doing much.
Is anyone eating any fruit?
Looking around, roll perception.
It's the most important question I could have asked at that
Yeah.
point. 5 plus...
5.
Hang on. Plus 2.
Plus 2. You can't see anyone eating fruit.
Good.
Can
Is
I
that-
see if they've remembered to lock the stock shut?
Yeah, go.
I'm
I
gonna,
guess that's a perception, or I don't really know.
or maybe I'm going to try and push it open or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to, you can do that as well. I guess that'll be strength against the
Which
strength check against the actual.
which is -1.
Oh,
If we're using athletics, it can be 1 plus 1.
I can't really see that as a athletics unless you.
Okay.
No, I think it's more of a strength
You're
check.
right.
Really.
You're right. Okay. Oh,
Welcome to the podcast.
What was it?
A formal gamer?
3.
Indeed.
and so
You push
Just
against
two.
the stocks,
Yeah.
and they're solid.
Okay.
Looking to your left, you can see that there's this sort of iron reinforcement around the edges.
Yeah.
And you don't think that you would be able to sort of physically break free from this.
Can I see anyone within the crowds of happy black backslapping soldiers who doesn't look as busy as the rest of them?
Apart from the sort of guard sitting next to you, or
Oh, there's a guard sitting next to us.
yeah, one either side.
Dragon Ball guard.
I am going to see if I can remember an old Dragonborn nursery rhyme that Fickle may have learned long ago on her travels.
Okay.
And she's going to start singing it.
You have to sing it for it to be effective on the podcast.
Well,
Come, little dragons, wiggle your tails. Mummy shall keep you warm. Remember of all things to always be kind. 'Tis the way of the Dragonborn.
And that's how you level up a podcast.
Okay. Oh, that's one of my favourite songs. I hope you enjoyed that. Are you a kind Dragonborn?
so
I thought the Dragon Ball was talking about that.
so Fickle, you're in the middle stock. You've
So
got.
I'm looking to my right because my right is my lucky direction.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
You look to your right, and you're looking past Berman at the Dragon
His
Ball
tiny
god there,
tousled head.
and the Dragon Ball god is looking at you. And he's looking at you very quizzically, and he turns to you and says, "Are you talking to me?"
I was singing to you.
Oh, I thought you were singing to me.
Well, if you enjoyed it, it was also a song for you.
Not really.
And are you sorry? Are you expecting me to let you out?
I think that'd be the nice thing to do so we can join in with the celebrations.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
I think there's been a terrible misunderstanding. I'm due to lead the victory songs.
No, I think you did enough singing yesterday, my dear. I think you did enough singing yesterday.
I wasn't able to finish and, got to finish, the cycle. If you're singing one of those epic songs, especially the 3-hour tale of Gulliver and Desolith, you have to finish, We can't just leave Desolith wondering whether his lover is dead or alive.
Well, I can see your point, but it's not going to help you.
When can we go, please?
I think, and he looks down at a little piece of paper he's got in a sort of little book next to him. He looks down, he flicks through a couple of pages. You are due to be out of the stocks at this time tomorrow morning.
What about me? When do I go home?
And he looks at you. Tomorrow evening.
Oh.
That seems remarkably unfair.
We both look at Masood, wondering why.
No, I'm not looking at it. I don't get whether these.
Fickle's looking quizzically at this man in white.
My head, it hurts so much! Oh, Jesus! Jesus! Sorry, I thought your name was Jivuff. Jivuff the God!
The guard turns it. No, why would you think that?
Oh, sorry, I heard that Jivuff the God was the greatest god around here.
Are you trying to charm? What are you trying to do? I mean,
It's begun.
what are you trying to do?
The descent of the DM has begun. What you did?
I'm not doing anything at the moment.
Okay, he sort of looks at you. He goes, I know your game. I know your game. I know your game.
I don't think he knows his game.
Very good, Jivuff. Very good.
You sound like me when I go home and I've done something wrong with my wife.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, I suppose I was in trouble as well. I did that silly thing, but bygones be bygones. Let's get past all that. When can I get out?
He looks through his book. Oh, you and Berman appear to be leaving at the same time tomorrow night.
If we
I
take
can't believe that my crime was that severe. I was only trying to protect the fruit.
He sort of looks at you and says, you are a very, very odd chap. I mean, I've heard of...
There's no need for rudeness.
I've heard of people being funny about cruelty to animals and everything, but fruit, I mean...
But it's just unreasonable to put me in here for trying to protect innocent fruits.
So, Berman, you, as you're sort of craning your head trying to get a proper look at this Dragonborn god...
I thought he was next to me.
No, he's sitting to sort of to your right, if you can imagine, like he's parallel to you.
All right.
Yeah, so you're sort of craning to have a look at him. When you turn your head forward, you notice a little dragonborn child standing in front of you. And
Where did you
he's
come
just
from?
looking straight up at you.
You're terrifying.
I am terrifying. Yes. What are you here for?
I got arrested
Well, obviously, but what did you get arrested for?
for trying to protect fruit.
Why?
It's my faith.
And he pulls an apple out of his pocket.
Oh,
Do you want-
shit, he's going to eat that fruit in front of you! How ironic!
He proffers it up to you, says, "There's nothing wrong with it. It's an apple. It's from a tree."
Yeah, that's fine.
What happened yesterday then?
Well, they were eating pears.
Oh, he says, "What? How is that different?"
Well, it's just different, isn't it?
And he starts eating the apple,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Enjoy your apple, young man. Can I have some?
and he says, "No, you've been naughty. You're in the stocks."
If you want to punish him, go get a pear and munch it in front of him.
He looks at you and he says, "What would happen if I ate a pear in front of you?
Well, by the law of my religion, I'd have to do everything I can to stop you.
You blindly doing it with no thought to it or no care."
I mean, yeah, that's faith.
Little
He's-
child, come to
he-
me! Methuselah wants to have a word.
This podcast is more political than I thought it might be.
Yeah, it's certainly turned that way. He looks up at you and he says, "I challenge you to a duel."
Okay, I'm not allowed to use violence, really, though, or weapons. Sorry.
He sort of stands there and he has a think and he says, "Well, we need to have some sort of combat."
I don't know if you've noticed, I'm actually locked in some stocks at the moment.
Ask him to open.
He
Stop.
he looks up at you and he says,
Unfortunately, I can't lie or manipulate people.
Just ask politely.
he says, "Well then, we'll have to come to some arrangement. We'll have a thumb war."
Okay, yeah, unarmed combat, that seems reasonable.
So and he puts out his right hand, sort of leans it because you're in the
my
stocks
hand's
kneeling
just
down.
popping out.
You're at sort of his height, so he
Okay.
puts his hand
I'm
out.
also a halfling.
As he puts his hand out, the guard sort of steps. So he says, "What are you doing? What are you doing, little boy?" And
You have to have this conversation on your own.
no, yeah, that's fine. Fine. And he turns to me and says, "It's all right. He's not going to hurt me. He says he won't use weapons or anything. He's fine."
I'm also literally locked in some stocks.
And the guard looks at you and he sort of weighs it up and he sits back down. So you're currently locked in your hand
If
together.
I win this, are you going to let me go?
If you win this, well, it won't happen. I don't lose.
I don't see any point in competing then.
So he's going there and he starts doing the 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just don't move my thumb.
You don't move your thumb? Okay.
I just-
He as he's doing it, he then goes to put his thumb on yours and he holds your thumb down and he starts.
Burnham does not resist.
Yeah, that's fine. And he starts counting 1, 2, 3, and he goes, "Ah, I won! I see. I told you."
Well, that's fine. Do you feel happier now?
He says, "Well, yes. You're obviously here for a reason. You're obviously a weak coward." And then he moves on and he moves over
What a
to
confusing interaction.
he moves over to Fickle and he looks up at you and he says, "Why are you here?"
I said, well, I have no idea why they felt that I was doing anything wrong. But last night I was singing and maybe some of your friends were there, but all the children were really enjoying my performance. And for some reason, because there was a big crowd of us getting in the way of things, they said it was all my fault and they've left me here, which I don't think is very fair. What's your name, little boy?
What's my name? Why do you want to know my name?
Well, because maybe when you grow up, I will write a song all about you.
Oh, I'd like that.
I thought you might like that.
My name's Darla.
Darla? Mm-hmm. What's your daddy's name, Darla?
Ooh, what's my daddy's name? My daddy's name is Roker.
Do you think your daddy could come and help us?
They call him the Angry Bull.
Oh! Oh.
Oh, it's bloody terrifying.
Well, I was wondering if maybe your daddy could help us out here. If we sing a lovely song for you together, you could go and tell...
I'm not very much into music.
You could go and tell your daddy that there's been a big mistake and let these nice...
I challenge you to a duel.
Okay. Fickle kind of puts out her hand resignedly.
No, I've done that. I'm not doing it again. I'm clearly better than people at that.
Yes, you are, Darla.
So you
She's
sit.
trying to eye roll at the other two, but they can't see because we're all in stocks.
You end up eye rolling Darla.
Yeah.
So he looks up at you and he looks at you and he says, "So you like singing?"
Oh, I don't just like singing. I am singing, Darla.
And he says, "Well, let's have a musical duel then."
Fickle just seems to expand and puff up, and her face is glowing
Oh,
and
you're
red,
taking up more room
and
than
her hair seems to be moved by a mystical wind at the prospect of musical battle.
Okay.
It's on, baby.
So up to you how you want Fickle to. Do you want to like sing us?
Let's see how high we can sing, shall we, Darla?
Oh, this has got even worse.
Darla says, "No, I've got my own little thing planned. You can, if you wanna sing as loud as you can, you can."
That's not what she said. To be fair, she said hi, which I don't know if that's worse or better than loud.
Okay, we'll see who can make the loudest noise.
I really feel that, like, this would be annoying for everyone.
I feel like now Fickle's going to get released at the same time as us.
I feel we're going to break the microphones.
There needed a good proper toasting.
We,
Blow the cobwebs out.
We don't necessarily need to do it, but if you can,
I think someone has spotted their own weakness.
yeah, if you can roll for it, or what would she do? What would Fickle do? Would she just do a really high note, or would she actually sing a little song which comes into a high note?
Fickle
Or?
starts staring into Darla's eyes. Your turn.
And then ends with a, or is it keep it at that?
She's
intonation?
trying to do the dueling banjos
Okay.
with Darla, but
Oh, DM's put on the spot here. Okay, so Darla stands there and
He water that he didn't know the depth of.
No.
No.
I am out of control. Darla decides to whistle the tune back at you.
Yeah.
And but as Darla's whistling,
Yeah.
the air's coming out and it's sort of streaming with a little bit of flame. Because he's a dragonborn, he's managing to sort of mix the flame with the whistle, the
Okay.
sort of wind coming out. So it looks like a little mini sort of fire tornado coming out of his mouth.
towards my face.
Just a little bit near. You feel like a little bit of heat sort of wash
It's
over
warm.
you. Yeah.
It's a warm
So
day
Fickle
already.
says, Darla, something has happened. I don't know if Roka has spoken to you about this. It happens to every little dragonborn. Have you done this before?
Done what? The whistling?
You've just made your first fire, Darla.
Darla sort of says, "Oh, what?
Darla, you've made some fire.
Well, I'm sure I've done it before, but I mean,
But aren't you very young?
yes. I mean, well, yeah.
I'm so impressed. Well, it's a pity this contest isn't about fire.
Okay.
Oh, now it is.
And
Don't burn her face off, little dragonborn.
Darla sort of takes a step back and is quite like, wow, was not expecting that, but I should have been expecting that.
Someone just spotted their wall of noise on the
She's so proud.
What's going to happen when...
someone, I don't know who, me, will have to sit in the editing suite for a fair amount of time trying to work out if I can work out what an appropriate level is for something that's meant to be incredibly loud.
There'll just be a voice going, at this point, there is a very loud, shrill scream.
I'll work something out. There'll be a filter for it somewhere.
So Darla takes a step back. Wow, well, and then he goes to whistle and he goes, and then it's sort of the fire sort of does a little hiccup, and then you see his eyes go quite wide, and then he and then a little bit of smoke comes out of his mouth.
Oh, how cute. I love Darla. I mean, he's obnoxious, but cute.
And he says, "Well, fine, you won that one, but this isn't finished." And then he
Round two, everybody!
he walks up to the next person in the stock, which is Methuselah.
Is this the big bad guy?
Hello, Dana, you've had quite the rounds, haven't you?
He says, what are you here for?
Now you've met your bloody match! I'm a great sorcerer!
That's not the question I asked you.
Well, technically I am here because I'm a great sorcerer!
What are you here for?
And
And don't say, oh, you're a great sorcerer.
Well, I was actually moving on from that one, Dana, but that's fine. I'll say a great sorcerer again! Because you're obnoxious, aren't you?
Darla stamps his foot and he says, did you hear what I said to these two?
Yes, I was trying to ignore it, but I'm literally stuck in place!
What are you here for?
I got some of the townspeople to paint the war horses pink and purple.
Darla stands there and he's laughing and he likes it. He likes it. He says, that's funny. I like that.
Yes, that was the reason behind it.
I don't think my dad would like that though.
No, not many people did. I didn't even like it either.
Do you want me to tell you a secret?
Oh yes, I'm good with secrets. I won't tell everyone.
I knew you painted the horses a different colour.
What? Is it you knew I did or you knew someone had?
I knew someone had.
Because you saw them?
Yes, I was looking for the person that had done it.
Well, I can't... I want to try and pretend to be impressed, but I can't even be bothered.
My dad was very angry.
Yes, well... Well, I tell you what. Why don't you go tell your dad about how funny it was and how you think all the townspeople thought it was hilarious and how I should be, congratulated for it.
No, we're going to have a duel.
All right, what is it?
You tell
Spitting
me.
at each other.
I think that's a yes? No.
Spitting competition we've had on the podcast.
He's also
No,
said
what
the shouting competition.
Yeah.
We've had a shouting competition before.
It's weird. I think they come up again.
He looks at you and he says, no, I don't want you to spit like that. I think we will have a spitting competition though. I will stand next to you and we'll see who will spit the furthest.
Okay.
What skills are going to be used in these roles?
At this point, I need Methuselah. No, not Methuselah. Berman, sorry. And Fickle to leave the room.
Okay.
So, Methuselah. It's just you and me, the DM.
Yes.
Now, I think you know why this is.
Yes.
Do you want to tell the listeners why?
Yes.
Go
Well,
on
what's happening?
Well, what's happening is time appears to have slowed down and almost stopped, and the peripheries of your vision have gone cloudy, and there is a figure standing in front of you. And by standing, I kind of mean, well, hovering or sort of floating.
Okay, and can I talk and
you
act,
can. You
and
can.
everything else is slow down?
Yeah, if you were to talk, it would, well, when you do, we'll tell you what happens there. But straight in front of you is a creature that you would recognise to be Nea Skayak.
Yes, I would.
A demigod of the Fae.
Yes.
And that's a bit unusual because wizards don't usually get to meet demigods.
And that is Methuselah's secret.
Which is?
He's not a wizard.
And what is he?
He's a warlock.
Right.
A secret he wants no one to know.
Okay. And he's made a pact with this creature.
Yes, with Nea.
Right. And why don't you tell the listeners what Nea's deal is?
Nea is the Fae god of trickery.
Mm.
And he causes no amount of problems to Methuselah.
No. So Nea is sort of flapping in front of you. And he looks to you and he's silent for a little bit. And then this beaming smile comes up on his sort of dragony type face. He's a little...
Nea, what you want? Look where I am. I'm in the bloody stocks because I had to paint those war horses for you. This is ridiculous. I could burn this whole place down, but I'm supposed to be a good mage, a good sorcerer. You always scupper my plans, Nea.
So Methuselah, this sort of little 2 foot tall dragon.
Nea. Yeah.
Yeah, Nea, sorry. This little 2 foot tall dragon. Methuselah! Oh, it's so good to see you again. Now about the horses. I simply told you what to do. I didn't tell you to get caught.
That's of your own volition. Remember, you knew the risks. You knew the risks.
Now, look, I mean, I'm happy to do the occasional mischief for you, and you give me these wonderful powers that I use for great good. Couldn't you grease the wheel?
Methuselah, with power comes great responsibility, and I delegate that responsibility to you and others. I'm charitable like that.
I don't think you should be the one to talk of responsibility, with due respect. With due respect, of course.
Now, you seem to have embarrassed yourself slightly here. You seem to be incarcerated. I want you to regain your honor. You must win against this little boy, and you must win at all costs. You knew the risks, Methuselah. You knew the risks. But remember, always with a smile. Always with a smile.
Of course. How happy I am to be here.
As you're talking, halfway through that conversation, all of this has happened in your head. You realise the words haven't been coming out of your mouth. It's almost like there's been a sort of psychic link between the two of you. There's a small sort of like thunderclap, and suddenly the fog clears, and you're straight back into talking with Darla. Right, all three of us are back in the room. Methuselah, Berman, and Fickle.
I left my character sheet out of the room.
Right, guys and girls, apologies. We are all back in the room now.
I can be a guy too. I think that works as a collective noun.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, guys is almost genderless nowadays.
Yeah.
In fact, collective nouns is going to be an opportunity at some point later in the campaign for inspiration points. Which, speaking of which, you can have an inspiration point for your singing and excellent roleplay earlier.
That's what we were talking about.
Now,
Yeah, we had to discuss it.
Excuse me. What about my lack of my pacifism as a monk?
now, for new listeners, informal podcast, what can you do with an inspiration point?
Use it to roll advantage on any roll of your choice, we normally say.
Or we say, you can.
Or maybe re-roll if you have.
Yeah,
to.
that's we say we can do a re-roll.
Have
Yeah,
we use it for? I don't know.
We have,
We
yeah.
did on 4E, but we can transfer that across.
no, we did it in the Daunting Grot one, I think. No, I think I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's
we can do that as well. So Fickle and Berman, you had to leave the room there, but you did not notice anything.
I noticed when I left the room.
As,
Is that what you mean?
as in, you didn't see anything in front of you, but I'll get you both to roll
Perception?
a perception. Yeah.
No, don't worry about me.
Fickle rolls a 1.
No.
It's gonna be a good campaign, guys.
3 altogether.
Nothing untoward. So there was nothing physically in front of you that you could see, and you don't know. You have nothing.
Fickle says, "Have you had your duel? You just went very quiet, both of you."
Oh, my bloody head! Oh, Jesus, it's so painful when that happens.
As you say that, you feel somebody or something climbing up your back.
Who's back?
Yours, and you can't see Darla anymore.
Oh, Jesus. It's on my back, isn't it? Jeeves! Is
So
it on my back?
you hear the guard chanting, "Darla, what are you doing?" He says, "We're having a competition. Leave me be, or I'll stand there and just throw rocks at their faces again."
That would explain the memory loss.
So Darla is so you're obviously leaning forward, your face forward, and he is now so that his head is at a parallel distance to yours. He says, "I know you can't see, but I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to put my face any further than you are, and we're going to have a spitting competition."
You have a distinct height advantage.
No, the same
Does
level.
Berman say
Oh,
that?
he's on his back. I thought he was
Yeah.
on your back.
Yeah, he's on your back.
No, but is he the same level?
No, his head's directly
How
above
can he
yours.
spit over your hat?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a hat. We agreed.
Well, if you'd accepted that you
No,
had a
no,
chin
no,
strap, I would have let you have it. But
Let's move on.
Real men use chin straps.
does he have any facial hair? Does he have a beard?
He does.
He has a wizard beard.
He has a little Renaissance beard, actually.
Okay.
A little
What?
Like a Guy Fawkes beard.
Yes.
Oh, is it long?
Dave
Like,
Grohl.
what is it going over his lips or?
Yeah, it goes down a little bit, but not particularly long.
But does it cover his? Like, can you see his lips?
Yes, you can see his lips.
How would he be kissing him?
Yeah. Would it be
This is what
would it be
we got
spiky
to,
or soft? Does he lotion it? Does he oil it
Lotion it.
Yes, he's very dapper.
in the shower?
He's
He
very
oils.
dapper.
He oils the beard.
Yes, he's very dapper.
Okay, I'll note that
I
down
don't
for
think you should put
flammable
lotion in your
purposes
beard.
later.
I think that would be horrible.
Yeah, in the shower you wash it though.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't wash your face.
Where I work, we sell all kinds of beard products.
There we go. No,
Is
is
lotion one of them?
We do have a beard oil, like a beard kind of.
Yeah, perhaps lotion was the wrong
Yeah,
word.
oil's right.
Yeah, I apologise again.
Just a thick cream in your beard.
Actually, if it was a lightening cream. Anyway, we digress. Anyway,
That's off the podcast.
so anyway, Darla is sitting, sort of standing on your back with his head over, and he goes, "You first.
I've got. Is it going to be best of 3 or what? What's the rules?
It's going to be best until I say
Right. Well, that's going to be when you win, isn't it?
no. I can only count so high. Okay, we'll agree. It'll be best of 5,
Best of 5. I feel like that's going to take an awfully long time on the podcast.
or 3 if I get to 2.
Or 3 if you get to 2.
So I win.
Let's just do it until I set you on fire, okay?
Okay. So yeah, go roll it up your first bit of spit.
17 plus, which is a spit skill because
Wait.
we don't have streetwise. Wizards of Coast, you fucked us again.
Well, you don't get any pluses because, unfortunately, you've been in the stocks and you're a little bit thirsty. Ooh. So, Darla is sitting on you, and he spits, and you see his globular spit just go a little bit further than yours. You think that it was close. Very, very close.
I see.
And he goes, 1-0.
1-0, okay. Fine.
Your turn.
Let's have another go. Come on, Methuselah, you can spit further than the small trials. 10. That's not going well.
So a
is
little
it?
bit of spit goes, and it goes sort of 2/3 the distance of your first effort. And Darla spits, and it goes further.
Okay, this isn't going particularly well. Okay, right, I'm gonna go. Right, I'll tell you what. Let's play all or nothing.
Double or quits.
Yes, if I can spit further, if I can spit twice as far as you, then I win in the end. How about that, you little ragamuffin?
He climbs down off you, and he looks at you in the face. And he looks at you in the face. Who says that? He looks at your face directly, in the eyes. That's what I'm looking for. He looks at you in the eyes.
I've also.
Good words, teeth. Good. And he says, I don't want you to trick me. Are you going to trick me?
How could I possibly trick you? You're such a smart little child.
But I don't know. Is that a bluff or not? You have to
Oh,
tell
that's
me.
definitely a
Yeah,
bluff.
okay, yeah.
Yes, I'm just staring at my spellbook at the moment.
He doesn't seem like that smart child.
Oops.
Oh, good.
Oh no! Was that 6?
Deception, you've got +7.
I know I do, I'm gonna need it. That was a 6 plus 7, 13.
He looks up at you and he squints his
Looks
eyes.
down at you. Oh no, he's down again.
Yeah,
is
he's
he?
gone down.
Yeah. He goes, fine. Double or quit. I don't know what I win apart from it mean I'm twice as better as you.
And if I win, you have to convince your dad to release me now!
I've kind of been noticing what's going on, and just before Darla spits, I'm going to use message to say something in his head just before he spits to shock him into a failed.
To dribbling on him.
Into a dribble.
Okay. So
Shock him into a dribble. I just said this we've had on the podcast before.
To shock him in.
Darla climbs back up your back, and he goes, "You first again."
Me, my turn, eh? Okay, I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
Oi!
Which is I can craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range. I kind of look up. Close enough!
Yeah.
The target must take an intelligence saving throw. On a fail, you can create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice that's no larger than a 10-foot cube. I'm going to make a massive gob of spit fire out of my mouth and just go as far as I can. Within reason, actually.
What? Sorry, I'm confused. Why do you need to look at him to do that?
Because it's in his mind. No one else can see it.
Right.
So Burnham wouldn't be able to see the spit. Only...
It save against 13, is it?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Is that my saving?
Yeah.
Is that my saving?
That's your saving.
Wonderful.
Well, he botches. So...
Drowns.
Yeah. So you look up at him, and he looks up at you. He goes, "Go spit!" And you turn your head backwards, facing forward, and he just sees the most incredible amount of spit just blast forward. And what's Mira is Fickle's?
She's going to wait until Darla takes his go.
Okay.
And then do that thing, like when someone's playing golf and someone goes, just.
So this phantasmal voice, do you want this to be believable though, or do you want?
I guess it should be.
Do you want it to literally be the other?
No, make it believable.
Okay, so he's totally hook, line, and sinker. This bit of spit goes all the way out and almost hits one of the dragon people at a table like 20 foot away. I mean, this is like Olympic level spitting.
Yes.
And he grabs the stocks and puts his head over, so he's looking at you upside down, and he looks at you and goes, "Wow! I mean, I'm genuinely impressed. That was amazing."
I've been saving that one for this exact moment for months now.
And he totally thinks it's real. Like he has absolutely no inclination that was fake. And he says, "But I can still beat that."
So as he kind of
And he
draws
hops
his
up,
breath, in his head, he just hears, "Drooly, drooly, Darla, you can't do a spit."
As he's about to put out the mother of all spitballs, he's proper hucked up. You've heard you've heard the snot go into his.
He's done that noise
Into his,
before.
I have done that one. I have that. That was
What
my
an
piggy
animal.
That was
noise.
your piggy. That was...
Yeah. In fact, no, we lost a lot of that with the last episode.
Ramto did a bit of that.
Yeah. Anyway, so he hucks up and you hear it, and underneath you, I mean, you're not worried because you know that phantasmal force bit was fucking incredible. But he hucks it up, and then suddenly you feel his knees sort of go, and he slips down, and you just hear this sort of like cough, a little bit of fire burst out, and then he's sick on the top of your head.
I'm so happy that I've got my honour back for beating this small child. Oh, it's in my eyes! It's so spicy! What did you eat?
Oh.
And so, Fickle, would there be any sort of sign that Fickle had done that, or would she have to like do a little sing or something? What I'm trying to get at is,
Basically, it's like a telepathic kind of whisper, I think. So he would know that Fickle had something to do with it. But he might not realise that she didn't use her mouth to speak. I don't know.
Would you? Okay, yeah. So Darla sort of he's sick on you, and you see him clamber off and run off screaming and upset into the crowd, and he goes off.
Good gods! A bucket of water for a penny.
The guard to your left this time. Obviously, we've been talking to the one on the right.
Not Jesu.
Not Jisoo. No.
He claimed he wasn't Jeeves.
Oh, Jeeves.
Well, that's exactly what Jeeves would say.
Also, Jeebus was the name of your spirit butler from 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago when everyone called it him.
That was Jeeves.
So
That was Jeebus.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Jeeves.
yeah.
It was Jeeves. Yeah.
'cause I couldn't have Jeeves, could I?
No.
Copyright and all that.
Yeah. You couldn't ask him questions. Anyway, so the guard next to you he looks up and he says, "I think if you knew who that boy's dad was, you wouldn't have done that." And he shakes his head.
Look,
looking at you.
I'm not exactly most happy with this situation. I'm trying to play it nice, but it would be lovely if I could have a bucket of water to wash the sick off. And then we can pretend none of this ever happened. Wouldn't that be great?
He turns to you and he says, "Sure, feel free, go get one."
Look, why can't we just be friends? Why do we have to fight each other? Why can't we just, wash the sick out of each other's hair? Come on, help a brother out!
If we go to sleep now, is that like a long rest and we get our hit points back?
Yeah.
No.
Game of system.
Then we wake up.
Yeah, but you can. I'll let you have I'll count as a short rest if you would like to try and go to sleep and manage to to do it. Yeah, sure.
I just was wondering. It's an option.
Technically, it's quite good. Let's all fall asleep with sick in our
We're
hair.
failing at everything. Let's fall asleep. Fall asleep.
Oh no, that was an entire success for what you.
Yeah, you have no idea. I'm not riding on that game.
So tomorrow morning, if we wake up, I get out tomorrow morning and I could let you out. So if we can manage a long rest now, could get some hit points back.
You let us out.
Yeah, no, I love how Fickle is so up for helping us. You don't understand how our seasons work. Most of the seasons start with us fighting each other.
Oh, you haven't really understood the true character of Fickle.
All right, okay. We've been like
I think
Basically-
this is called foreshadowing.
You are what she can only refer to as a captive audience.
Touche! This is excellent.
One of her main goals in life, one of Fickle's main goals,
to capture people.
is to capture their hearts, my friend. Hearts and minds, people. And she feels she is the common people's hero, and by leading us to freedom, she will gain your everlasting fandom.
That's good. So does Mefusa. He thinks he's a common people's hero as well.
Hashtag fangirls.
I'm somebody who falls quite easily for cults.
I think yeah.
I'm a very uncharismatic follower, so either I'm going to follow Methuselah somewhere or Fickle, I suppose.
It's going to be a war over your heart. I'm going to be charm personing this guard.
Ooh, clever.
No, you haven't heard of what I'm doing yet.
Maybe not clever.
So are you doing this directly after he says, or are you letting time pass? Or
No, because I was trying to convince him to go get a bucket of water for me, which was having none of. So I'm going to try and charm him.
Okay.
So Mefusa says, "Listen, let's just be friends. Me and you, we can be wabadoos."
He looks.
Wow. I wish that podcast listeners could see the face that you made when you cast that spell. It was a powerful face.
When you wabadoo someone, they're in trouble.
When you wabadoo.
Against the 13 save.
Yes, I believe so. A wisdom saving throw.
He turns and he looks at you, and this quizzical look on his face. He says, "Wabadoo."
Yes, my friend. It means best of buds, you and I. I'll do anything for you, and you'll do anything for me.
He sort of goes a bit cloudy-eyed, and you see him wandering off. And about 5 minutes later,
As he wanders off, I try and look to the side of the stocks and go, "My friends, I am getting sick cleaned out of my hair."
Fickle goes.
That's what's just about to happen.
Fickle slaps her hand. She goes, "I'm clapping, but you just can't hear."
Don't you clap on the stocks like this?
That's a great idea, Methuselah. She starts.
Let's clap on the stocks. Yes.
I really feel I'm not part of this relationship.
Pardon me, you can clap on the stocks as well.
I don't really know what we're celebrating.
Oh, I'm going to get my sick out my hair.
No more puke. No more puke.
Oh, can you not smell
no,
it?
I don't think you'd be able to see.
No.
It smells ever so spicy. I wonder what I ate.
It's really disgusting.
So while the guard is away, a large,
Turtle comes up.
older dragonborn comes up.
Does he look like he
and
might be
he
Darla's
looks
dad?
very unhappy
Shit.
with you. He stands up.
Do we recognise him? Like,
Does he-
is he the guy who put us in here?
Does he look like an older version of Darla?
Sorry?
Does he look like an older version of Darla?
But roll a perception.
All dragonborns are the same. Some people say that's racist. It's just true.
Oh dear. 6.
You don't. You aren't struck by the resemblance. However,
Okay.
once you start speaking, I think it's very evident that he.
I'm going to challenge you to a spitting contest.
Is that what Methuselah says?
No, that's what this guy said.
He stands. So the stocks have a little platform bit, and he stands down on the actual normal earth bit, and he looks towards the one guard that's now on the left, and he looks directly at you, and he says, "I'm watching you. You fuck with my kid again. You come anywhere near us, or if you don't leave this village as soon as you're out of here, you're a dead man."
Tom said that to someone before. See?
That's why I haven't seen Robin for a while.
I see. There's only room for one of us in this town.
When's that voice going to get on the podcast?
That was the one we...
That was what I was expecting.
No, wait until we all do that voice at the same time, so it's indistinguishable.
Look, see.
Hey, see?
Oh shit! I've just ruined the big bad evil guy's
I agree. You should punish me even more by letting me out now, and I could leave. It'll be great.
Oh, I'll be here when you get let out. Don't worry.
Okay. Look, I mean...
And all this, while he's saying this, he's keeping an eye on the guard at the left, and his left. And you hear the guy say, "Roker, you know the rules. I'll have to step in if you do anything. You know the rules." And Roker looks at him and he nods his head, but he gives you that stare down.
Roker, I'm a good person. I don't want to harm you, but let's face it, I would completely dick on you in a fight. I would completely destroy you. I'm one of the greatest sorceresses of all time.
You see him snort, and a little bit of fire comes out of his nose.
Uh-oh.
That's great, but I can literally set you on fire until you die right now, you know. So let's not go there.
Is it intimidate or what is it? Or
It's
is it just
persuasion.
persuasion
Yeah.
to make him believe that you can set him on fire?
Well, I'm just saying, let's not fight each other.
Oh right, okay, yeah, go roll.
17 plus 5.
Yeah, he looks at you. His eyes narrow. He turns his back and he walks away.
Pussy! Want to do it with me? He's a real pussy, this guy. He just ran away. From a guy in stocks.
Was that a thing of one of our?
That was season 1.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, fun.
That was the one of the NPCs.
Yeah. Anyway,
The coward, wasn't it?
so the other guard comes back and he's got a bucket of water, and he's got a little pouch, and he's got a sponge, and he comes up. I assume, how long does the charm last for?
An hour.
An hour.
Yes.
He sort of puts his hand out and shakes your hand, and he says, I'm Grix.
Hi, Grix. I feel like we're going to be really good pals. I love that you've done this for me. It's wonderful.
He says, yeah, me too. And he dips the sponge in the water, puts a little bit of these little fizzy salts in the water, and starts wiping your beard.
That sounds lush.
Okay. So he's cleaning your beard and he's sort of sponging your face. It's a bit. He's kind of, because he's kind of under a spell. He's kind of just dabbing the sponge all the way like straight down your face. You know, in a sort of like kind of way.
Is he making that noise? Or
No.
Grix, I feel like there's a lot of sick that's gone down my collar and my neck. Could you just undo the stock so we can get to that bit, please?
As he's doing that, the other guard.
If he unlocked one, are we on a triple stocks?
It's triple stock.
Triple stock.
So just undo all of them, right?
So as he's doing that, the other guard gets up and he looks at him and goes, Grix, what the fuck are you doing? And he bats the sponge out of his hand.
Hey, don't fight us. He's my pal. We can all be a team. Wabadoo charmed.
Can you repeatedly do
I
it?
guess so. It's a cantrip.
Is it concentration?
Let's find out.
Ooh.
Let's open my imaginary spell book.
Okay, so you do it, and it seems to have no effect. He slaps the sponge out of Grix's hand, and you see Grix sort of almost like shake his head as if he's sort of recovered from something. He goes, "Oh, I don't know." And he just goes and sits down very quietly. The other guard looks at you. He goes, "No funny business, all right? I'm watching you." And he picks up the whole bucket of water and tips it over your head.
Oh, well, that is lovely. I do appreciate that. Almost most of the sick has gone from my head. I presume I can't even see.
He goes and he sits back down.
Is it a hot day or a cold day?
It's a warm day,
a
yeah.
warm day.
I mean, the area you're in, it's for this area, it's warm. It's a very windy, open planed type place. Lots of herd animals, that sort of thing outside the
smells.
village. In terms of the size of the village, you would know, having been there for however long you were before you got arrested, that you're talking sort of maybe 100, 200 people. So it's a small to medium-sized village. Bit fusel in how everything's set up. But obviously they have an eye for architectural design in their hexagonal plaza.
Oh, yes. Sounds very classy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you look at it and you think, yeah, this would be under sort of some award maybe somewhere if they did that kind of thing. They don't. Anyway, so tables have been set up and drinks have been poured. All the injured people appear to have gone off somewhere, or they're sort of walking around with slings or bandages, that kind of stuff. As I said, mostly Dragonborn people are there. They're setting up what looks like for a sort of celebration dinner party. Everyone starts drinking, and then as the night continues, you've been there for a couple of hours, it's started to get dark. A very, very large barrel is wheeled in to the very centre of the tabled area. And if you roll me a perception, any of you? It's not going to be a high check.
6.
8. Oh yeah, what was my perception plus? Did you write it down on my character sheet?
Eight'll do.
That's
It's
one.
you think this is a big barrel of beer. Like it's a
rolled a 14.
Oh, well, there you go.
16.
Fickle knows.
Say, look at that. They're rolling down some of old turkey, lovely drinky yum beer.
Yeah, that.
I've never tried old turkey drinky yum beer.
I love old turkey, drinky yum beer.
So that's there. The head of the table. Well, there's not the sort of. There's a raised dais almost. So if you there's all the sort of long tables, and there's one raised dais with a long table on that at the end, and there's no one sitting on that at present. It probably is. As the big barrel comes out and gets put down, you see a couple more people come in. One of them is clearly what you look at and you think, oh, that guy's probably in charge here, wearing a lot more sort of splendid clothes. He's not wearing armor or anything like that. He's an older dragonborn.
How do you distinguish an older dragonborn? Like, what can we see?
I think they're a bit more wrinkly skin. They've lost a sort of. They have
have any hair?
certain pallor to the skin, sort of rough, more leathery look. Do they have hair?
I don't know.
I don't
Got the plan.
know.
It's like, I guess, how you tell like,
I don't
a
think
baby
so. 'Cause
lizard from
lizards
a really
don't. They have
old
like
lizard.
spiky
Yeah.
bits. They have spikes, don't they?
Do they get grey scales?
Yeah, I
I
think.
think their colouring gets quite.
Yeah, I think it gets
maybe
faded.
less vibrant.
Yeah, it gets
muted.
faded
Yes.
and that sort of thing.
But it matches the architecture in the hexagonal plaza.
I think they just have, because lizards don't have it. I think they have like spiky bits rather than hair. So anyway, he comes up to the dice. Now you see another figure come with him. A very strong-looking dragonborn.
I've seen no.
It's not Roker, just in case you're wondering, but it's another very strong-looking dragonborn. Lots of scars on his face. Clearly, some sort of high-level warrior within this sort of little clan. Two other people follow them. There's 3 seats up at the top. One looks like it would fit Berman a bit better. It's a sort of more small seat, almost like a high check. And the third person that comes is a cowled figure, and you can't immediately see what type of race or anything like that it is because of the sort of the amount that the cowl covers this person's face. You clearly see it's not a dragonborn though, which is a bit weird from around here. And with that figure is a very large orc wearing braces on the arms. Not much else really. Bare chested, full blood orc, big. If you all roll me another perception, like big for an orc.
Big
for an orc.
It could be half Goliath, isn't it? 11 plus 1.
19 plus 2.
So 14 for me.
So Berman and Fickle, you notice this orc he's very muscly, but he has a huge scar down from his neck all the way down to just above his sort of loincloth area, which is leather, by the way. He's wearing little leather shorts, let's say.
Give some more details about it. First you had my attention, now you have my curiosity.
He stands directly behind the seat of the cowled figure, which on your roll, Fickle, and on yours as well, you would recognise to be a kobold.
Oh.
Which is a bit weird. So around here, kobolds, they wouldn't really, they're usually clan creatures. They wouldn't be seen in this sort of dragonborn village setting. I mean, Fickle herself is quite an oddity in this area, being an elf. There aren't many out there. In fact, you haven't seen another elf around here. You've seen a couple of halflings and a few humans, but predominantly dragonborn.
Do they know that Fickle's kind of half elvish? Because I think she would probably look quite human-ish.
It hasn't been commented on yet
Okay.
by the people you've spoken to. But you suspect that somebody in the know who was looking for it would notice? I mean, I assume, is it just your ears, or is it, what's the...
Ears and elfish features, but half, I guess.
Is she more human-y than elvy, or...?
I think she's an exact 50-50.
An exact 50-50?
But her hair covers her ears, but then she's in the stock, so...
I don't know how did you have your hair, you could have your hair up like Princess Leia to hide them, or I don't know.
Someone would like that.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because you can still see her ears, couldn't you? I don't know.
I
Clearly
think-
need to watch Star Wars more.
She just has her hair down. So she's at the moment, she's not currently hiding her elvishness, but it's not something she's like, I'm half an elf. So she's probably used to just
You think
passing.
within the Dragonborn community that you have here,
Yeah.
it would be an oddity, but it wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
So they'd be like, oh, that's a half elf or an elf, you know.
Okay.
That's weird. We don't see them around here very
Phew.
often. But it would be an oddity.
Okay.
The fact that there's a kobold sitting at the top table,
That's more weird.
that is weird.
Okay.
That is weird.
Kobolds, they're not really known for being terribly evil in Scar. What's the general perception of them?
There's not, but they're even in the same sense that a goblin would be. They're naturally chaotic and they're definitely on the evil
Up
evil
to no
scale.
good.
They're a bit nasty creatures.
You know the
but
little
they're not,
dinosaurs in Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
They're like them.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But bigger.
No, they're about the size of a halfling. If I'm thinking
Little
right.
dinosaurs were chicken size.
Which little dinosaurs are we talking
The
about?
ones that have the.
Are the velociraptors?
No,
No.
Velociraptors don't have that.
Oh,
I
they
was
don't, do
talking
they?
about the little pack.
The chicken ones.
So when they're together, they're basically up to no good, like trying to, as a pack,
She's still about the
steal
chicken ones.
stuff.
Okay.
I like the spitty one.
That was me earlier.
Okay. So as they sit down at the table, silence descends on the plaza.
Excuse me, can I get out of here, please?
Yeah, you check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice time to try, like, because everyone's quiet, so I can ask.
You see. So a dragonborn looks up and goes, "Shh! Who are you to interrupt? Who are you to interrupt?"
My name's Burnham.
From you hear him shout to someone over the other side, and another dragonborn runs over and stuffs a pear into your face.
Whoa.
Literally into your mouth.
Right, oh, this is actually, I'm going to have to roll up to see his reaction because this could go very wrong for everyone.
Burnham!
He's rolled a 4, so luckily he's raised it. He just tries to spit it out as quickly as possible.
You spit it out, and there's.
Has the skin been broken?
Oh yeah, it's smashed into your mouth.
I just start weeping.
Okay, and the entire floor of all the Dragonborn are just burst out laughing. I mean, clearly the story of your frivolities have
Don't mock my frivolities!
and
That's
they're
so
just
mean.
they're just they're just
Dragonborn are bullies.
they're in fits of laughter. Anyway, and the elder Dragonborn stands up and he says, "Oh, what a way to start! What a way to start! My dragons, my dragons! Today was a good day. Today we fought the gnolls and we struck a blow to them that will show them who the power in this region is. Us!" And as he says that, almost kind of like people firing guns in the air, just bursts of flame pop up from all the tables, and there's cheers, and just clearly all the Dragonborn are just firing flame up in the air.
This seems a health and safety nightmare.
Yeah, it's like a Rammstein concert. There's flames just going boom, boom, boom. They're clearly very excited by this. He waits for the this to sort of die down, and he puts a hand out towards the kobold sitting next to him, and he says, With our new friends from the Misty Forest, with help from them, we have finally tracked down these gnoll bastards that have been eluding us for months, nay years. We have struck that blow that we have been looking to do, and we have spilled their blood on the Vassa steppe. And again, more cheers, explosions, and fire. There's one particular Dragonborn that's blowing sort of fire rings out into the sky. Quite cool.
Don't tell us what's cool, we'll make that decision.
Oh no, that's me. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I thought it was cool.
I did as well, but I don't like being told what to think.
Actually, I do.
He spreads his arms wide, and he says, "Old warriors, new allies, we will continue this fight until there is not a gnoll left on the plain." And he lifts up his tankard, and everyone else lifts up their tankards. He takes a big, long gulp of this beer, and then everyone in unison spouts a flame, and it comes out a slightly different colour because they're kind of spitting some of the beer back into it in this flame. And then just the party starts. Everyone is just drinking, there's eating, and everything like that. And people are getting drunk. Beers are handed out to the two guards that you've got next to you. And they're clearly enjoying themselves. And you notice there's a bit less attention being paid to you as this party is going on.
Well, this is the worst party I've ever been to.
There isn't even any music.
No, there isn't.
Oh, there's a few. There's drummers in the sides.
So
like
these drummers are
doing that.
awful. They can't be professionals.
Burnham's still just weeping.
As Burnham's weeping, his tears mix with the peary juice that is sort of stuck. Does he have a beard?
No.
That's running off
He's
his clean-shaven
apart
face.
from a fringe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the tears are mixing with the peary juice that's running down his clean-shaven face.
Oh, that pear really smells delicious. I haven't had any food all day.
Can you reach his face with your tongue?
Well, I think that would be like a 6-foot tongue.
Yeah, I think we're at opposite ends. You're in the middle.
Are you in the middle, Fickle? I can't even see.
Oh, I think he's too far away for me to get you any of his peary juice. I'm sorry.
I'd rather no one eat the pear, please. When it's on my face or otherwise. Oh, the pear!
I wish I had a levitation spell. I could just pick it up and pop it in my mouth.
But yeah, it's the guards have gone away. It's nighttime. It's getting a lot darker in here, and people seem to be, you could say, almost distracted.
Like,
Hey, so what if we all gather our neck strength together?
I want to get out of here now.
So, Burnham,
Yes.
you hear a voice that you recognise from one of the other stocks,
Hello.
and you look over to your left, and the two halflings that are in that stock over there, probably should have mentioned this earlier, you recognise them to be monks of the same order of you, and
that's a coincidence.
they were, you would know that they were part and
They were
parcel.
helping with the pear
Yeah.
protection.
Yeah, earlier on. And they've so far just been completely silent.
Do you see what they did to the pear?
And at this point, you hear them shouting over. They say, "Brother, are you okay?
They hit me in the face with a pear.
We saw the oafs, oh, the oafs.
And the pear.
I know the pear.
These are the juices on my face. It's like being covered in blood for me.
The juice is on his face.
Oh, I taste the
Okay, no, I want to get out as well. I'm out.
Well, one
I'm out.
turns to the other.
Went in my mouth.
He tasted the pear. It went in his mouth.
There's a little bit in my nose.
It's in his nose.
Right, Fickle, I've got a plan. I'm going to set fire to the stocks. Do you think that would help?
I think that would be the best thing we could do right now.
What end is the hinge on? Like, we're in a free, right? Is the stock in the free?
Yeah.
So if it lifts up, we're all free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'll do a bit more describing on the stock. So it's you're there with your hands and your head. You're kneeling on the ground, and you can feel the something resting on the back of your heels. Yes. So you wouldn't be
What
able.
about me, who's standing?
Oh,
I
you don't
have
have anything
got-
resting on your feet.
Fickle has got a spell called Shatter, which could probably shatter the stocks, but we would also take 3d8 thunder damage.
Wow.
Now, the average of 3d8, isn't it just 12 hit points?
yeah, I've got 12 hit points. I've got 10.
Okay, so either we kill ourselves, quickly roll up new characters and continue,
That is the plan. You're very pragmatic.
or
I'm a monk. I could go straight into my there.
Which sounds just as annoying.
Or, okay, perhaps more sensibly, I could do a shatter spell and create the illusion of an earthquake, which might, if they're compassionate and pissed, lead them to come and free us.
With the three, Fickle has tried to shrug her way out of it. The three of us, do we feel we have maybe the strength that all push out of it?
Could we try that?
Roll up an insight, all of you.
14 plus 2. 16.
Okay, 13 for me.
13
Okay.
Plus 1.
plus.
You think that the best chance of you getting out of here would be, yes, as you've suggested, all three of you putting your efforts together.
Oh, if only we thought of this 3 hours ago.
Well, I didn't want to escape then.
Yes.
I'm
You-
willing to pay my penance.
With that insight roll, you think that it's still going to be difficult though. And something like shattering the lock would definitely that would help. With that insight roll, what I'll also tell you is you think that as the night progresses, these people are going to get more and more drunk, so they're going to notice less and less. At this point, an explosion like a shatter thing, you think they might notice that.
Is anyone, like, how is it locked? Sorry, I got confused.
So at one end there is a hard lock,
And can we? Is there physically?
and at one end is a hinge.
physically any way of reaching that?
No, not with your hands. No.
With my feet?
The problem is these things are designed to keep people in.
Yeah, they think they
It's
thought about these.
really
things.
inconvenient.
Well, should we try pushing all together first?
Before they push, Fickle offers up a silent prayer to her goddess, Brangchala, the goddess of music, and says, I know that I have not fulfilled my musical destiny. I still haven't been engaged for a royal command performance. Please, goddess, help me spread your word. And she goes, ready, guys?
I suppose so.
On
And so what are you
3.
trying to do? Just literally physically push and break the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've got leg strength. To push
You have leg
as well.
strength. Fickle and Methuselah have just their sort of neck and back strength.
I mean, your strength's really high, isn't it, Methuselah?
It's -1.
Same
Right.
seas.
I get a +1.
20!
Yay.
19 plus 1.
Okay, don't let them down. What do I get? Oh, yay. 17.
Such a good team. Such a good team.
They're nice rolls, aren't
This is what
they?
I paid for our strength.
Yeah, I mean, it's very impressive. So, as a 3, you do a little countdown, and Methuselah, you're on the end with the lock, and you brace yourself, and as a 3, you push up, and you hear the lock and the screws in it and the sort of bracing around it start to crack and start to open, and you get a little bit of movement. You can feel it, and you push it a little bit further, and as it's about to crack and you feel it, you can feel it's as it's about to break open, there's suddenly a slam down on the top of it, and you feel it just pushed back into place, and then a face looks round the corner at you, and you recognise the face of Roka.
Oh, hello, Roka. You've come to help us, have you?
And he looks at you, and he's clearly drunk.
I quickly cast Hold Person on Roka.
Ooh.
It's assertive.
Yeah.
I say,
You would have taken hours to work that out.
you can't move now. Woo! So that's a saving throw, I think.
Is he literally frozen in place if this is...
If it works, he's paralysed
Yep.
for 1 minute.
Okay.
We can do whatever we want to him.
Oh, yeah, we could steal his...
Well, we still need to escape, but
We can make him eat that pear.
Oh, yeah.
let me just die.
No. I'm to eat the pear.
Okay, so he needs to succeed on a wisdom saving throw against my spell save of 13.
I feel like it might be a good match here. I feel like he doesn't have a very high wisdom.
He's drunk as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's hope that lowers his
disadvantage.
wisdom. Hit DM.
Against a what?
13. But he's drunk.
He is drunk. Unfortunately, he's a fucking badass.
Oh, man.
He leans his head round the corner and he says, "You're not getting out of here, boy. You're not getting out of here, boy." And he...
It's a girl! Fickle's a girl!
Oh, yeah, but he's looking at you,
Oh,
Methuselah.
no!
He's looking at you, Methuselah.
But it was Fickle's idea!
And he... Did you say that?
Turn each other.
Yes!
Yeah?
It's Fickle's
I say,
idea!
it's true, but we just wanted to join in and I wanted to
Punch
sing.
her in the face!
I wanted to sing. I've got a victory song. We kill the gnolls. We kill the gnolls.
And as you're singing, he just donks Methuselah.
Want me out again!
And
This is so stressful.
you...
Oh, Jesus.
you are no longer conscious. And then he walks along and he looks at Fickle
Yeah.
and he says, "In the same stock, huh? All part of the same plan? I'll shows you." And he donks you.
I think he should have to roll to hit.
Well, okay, yeah. Why not? He misses.
There
Does
you
he
go.
punch the stock and open it?
He punches the stock. And he tries
Is there
again.
damage to it?
No.
Does
When he
damage
punches the
stock?
stock, Fickle goes, ow!
Oh, right. Bluff.
Okay, so let me see. My deception is +7.
So both of you have deception +7.
And what do we get? 15 altogether.
Yeah. He thinks he's hit you.
Why did you have to hit me? Put the pear in his face.
He hits you, and he just immediately looks at you because he just assumes that you're unconscious.
Okay.
And he moves over to Berman.
It wasn't him who put the pear in my face, though, was it?
No.
Hello.
He says, and what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm very annoyed about the man who put the pear in my face.
Oh,
I'm
and
trying to control my
he loved it.
brain.
Ha! You're the bear boy, are you?
I mean, there's 3 of us.
You and your brothers.
We're not brothers.
Oh. And he goes to donk you. And what's your AC?
15.
Oh, it doesn't matter because you're in a stock.
Oh, it matters for the other person.
It's a hit. No, it does. He hits you. And you are donked
How much damage
unconscious.
did it do?
Nothing. He's not really. He's just trying to.
It's like a noogie, right?
Yeah, it's not. He's not trying to.
The most painful thing, but no lasting damage.
He's not trying to hurt you. He's just trying to dunk you. So we have a situation where Fickle, Berman. Oh no, sorry. Fickle is awake. Fickle, you were awake and pretending to be unconscious.
And
We have
crying.
Methuselah and Berman, who are in a sort of semi-state of consciousness / unconscious
Okay.
as the party continues. And for this episode, we'll leave it there.
I thought we did really well there, guys.
Yeah, we've ended up in the same set of starts we started in.
Yeah.
How do you know we're now knocked out as well? Sick of my hair.
My favourite first ever
Thanks for
formal gamer
listening.
podcast.
Thanks for listening.
The Formal Gamer, podcasts for those with exquisite taste.